Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Welcome to the wacky world of Dave's Recent Things. And you'll know why in a couple of seconds. A little while ago, I did a unconventional materials challenge with a couple of fellow YouTubers. I had a lot of fun. It kind of opened up my eyes to what you can make wreaths out of, really. So as I was walking through the Dollarama the other day, I went through the spring section because I do love to garden. So I'm going through there trying to figure out, what can I get, how to decorate the garden, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I came across this. It's a square tile, but it was made out of AstroTurf. And it was flexible. It came on a cardboard background. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I just pick up a couple of these? So I picked up 3 of them and see and experiment what I can do, maybe making a wreath or something else. Today's video is a little outside of the box, let's say. I have no idea where I'm going to go with this. I have no idea how I'm going to use the AstroTurf or what else I'm going to use. I have an idea of adding butterflies and some florals. I did purchase some sunflowers, and I do love sunflowers, and I know a lot of you out there love sunflowers as well. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because this intro is way too long already. And why don't I just get started, and I'll show you what crazy and wackiness I got up to today. These are those AstroTurf or artificial grass tiles I was telling you about right in the intro. I purchased 3 of them. They're flexible. You can bend them. They're on cardboard. So I thought, you know what? Let's experiment a little bit. Let's try something new. So I bought 3 of them. Also, I picked up some butterflies. So the one on the left, that's a metal butterfly used for outdoor decorations in your garden. And these ones here are just butterfly decorations that I happened to pick up as well. And I'm going to be using the square wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. These are the sunflowers I purchased a little while ago. And also I brought in some more artificial flowers just to kind of experiment. And of course, I'm going to be using my normal crafting utensils today. Here is the experiment started. Now, as I was taking that little sticker off, I noticed it wasn't cardboard it was on, but it was a sticky material. So I was delighted about that. I was super happy. So these ended up being some sort of, well, it's artificial grass on one side or AstroTurf, whatever you want to call it. And then on the other side, it's like a peel and stick tile. So you'll see just in a few minutes here, I'm actually just going to peel off that the brown little paper part. And it's this really gooey and sticky backing. So I was so happy with that. No glue needed. All you have to do is just like I am here, cut it to size and then flip over those tabs, glue it onto itself, and boom, you have the start of our experimental wreath. Now, with experimenting, there's no templates, there's no how to, or you should try this or try that. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm laying it out. I'm kind of figuring out my tabs. Where do I make the cuts so everything is covered? I haven't really resolved the fact that there's going to be seams. You'll see some of the seams later on in the video. So I'm just kind of really experimenting at this point and cutting out tabs like I am here, taking that brown paper off the backing. Now this is really sticky and really messy, but I did have a ton of fun experimenting. Here is my second piece. I noticed I needed a little tab right at the bottom cut out. So I did that, and then I folded it back onto itself using its own glue. And you can see the little seam right there at the corner. I'm going to figure that out later on. And I'm keeping all my little pieces. You see here that I'm just kind of filling it all in. So again, I only purchased the 3 tiles for this, and I was kind of nervous that I was going to run out of it. So I thought, you know what, let me just use every little last piece I can, and then I'll figure out what to do with the seams later. But honestly, it did take a little bit of time. I'm not going to lie, figuring out the first couple of ones. But then after that, I kind of got in a groove. And you can see here, there's really not one piece that is the same. I just kind of went with it, but it's all covered now. I'm really, really happy with how it looks except for those seams. So I kind of went off and did a little thinking session, and I thought, why not a little jute rope? Everybody loves jute rope. I love jute rope, and it's so easy to work with. All I'm going to do is just glue it in place there with my glue gun and my little handy dandy utensil here. Let it dry for a little bit. And then all I do is I just start wrapping it. So there's no rhyme or reason how I'm doing this. I'm experimenting as I go. And as I was going along, especially at the corner part, I thought, you know what, let's do something special at the corner. So I'm laying a little glue down on an angle, and I'm going to bring that rope on an angle and then just finish it off as well. Then I'm just randomly tying and wrapping that twine around. You can see I'm coming up to a couple of seams. I'm going to add glue to the seam part because I don't want that jute rope to come away from the seams. There's another seam that I'm going to do the same with. And then again, I'm going to repeat the same pattern at the corner with the jute rope on a diagonal. And as I started doing this, I got one side done. I'm like, I'm loving this. So I just kept going, glued on that end portion, used my little tool to hold there for a bit, let it dry, and look, oh my God, I was in love with this. I was so surprised. And I'm going to be honest, when I started attaching the tiles onto the frame, I wasn't really loving it. Then I kind of was warming up to it. And then after the rope, I absolutely loved it. Now here is my dry run. Again, I have no idea where this wreath is going to go, how it is going to go. All I know is I kind of wanted to use artificial flowers and butterflies. So you can see here, I'm just totally experimenting as I go. I'm using these flowers, moving this, doing that. And then I bring in some more greenery. And finally, I come up with a design that I'm happy with. And I'm actually not going to use that large butterfly, but rather these little ones that I got in that little package. So one was like a gray brown and one was an orange. Once I got the layout right, or the layout that I liked, I'm just going to start gluing down those butterflies first because I don't want them to go anywhere. And then I'm just going to start gluing down my greenery. So again, I usually glue the largest pieces down first, and then I move my way up to flowers and extra leaves, etc. So I'm just gluing on the sunflowers right now, and then I'm going to finally glue on those gray or brown little butterflies, and whammo, burn, burn, burn. Be careful, that hot glue is hot. And adding on just some more little florals here. These are just greenery. I just wanted a little bit more interest with the greenery, so I'm adding some of those sunflower leaves. Taking a look at it, and you know what? I'm actually quite happy with this. This is not the best wreath that I've ever done, but you know what? I went out on a limb, I stepped outside of my comfort zone, and look at this. How unique and absolutely beautiful this turned out. I was so happy with it. Also, I'm curious to know, have any of you ever used an unconventional material to make a wreath? Let me comment right down below and let me know the wackiest thing you've ever made with a wreath. I am curious. Of course, now this opened the possibilities of so much more. I am so excited to experiment again. I hope you enjoyed today's little wacky world of Dave's wreaths and things, making this AstroTurf wreath. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.